Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Tech channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into a situation that could reshape the entire landscape of artificial intelligence. Vice President Vance just wrapped up his first foreign trip, a high-stakes AI summit in Paris. Forget the usual press releases. This wasn't just a photo op. This was a clash of ideologies, a battle for global AI dominance. The big question is, who's going to win, and what does it mean for you? Are we talking about unprecedented innovation, or are we speeding towards an AI-powered dystopia? Let's break it down. Okay, so here's the headline. VP Vance went to Paris for a major AI summit, meeting with world leaders like Modi, Macron, and von der Leyen. Sounds diplomatic, right? But beneath the surface, a major conflict is brewing. The US, under Vance, is pushing for a hands-off approach to AI regulation, prioritizing innovation and rapid development. Meanwhile, Europe is advocating for much stricter oversight, focusing on safety, ethics, and human rights. Think of it as the Wild West versus the Old World when it comes to AI. This summit was the opening salvo in a global debate that's going to define the future of this technology. And it's not just about the US and Europe. China is lurking in the shadows, with a very different approach to AI development and control. Let's start with the immediate consequences. Vance's hands-off approach directly challenges Europe's push for stricter AI regulation. This isn't just a minor disagreement. It's a fundamental difference in how we view the role of government in shaping technology. If the US succeeds in influencing global policy, we could see a massive acceleration in AI development within the US. Fewer regulations mean faster innovation, more investment, and potentially a huge competitive advantage for US companies. But hold on, that speed comes at a price. Are we sacrificing safety and ethics for the sake of progress? Are we creating a system where unchecked AI power leads to unintended consequences? This is a real concern, folks, and it's at the heart of this debate. Beyond regulation, Vance's meetings with Modi, Macron, and von der Leyen were crucial for shaping US diplomatic relations. These weren't just polite chats over coffee. Discussions about Ukraine, the Middle East, and global trade are all intertwined with AI policy. Remember, AI is a strategic asset, and how we cooperate or compete with other nations in this field will have profound implications for our global standing. Vance, and potentially Trump, taking a skeptical stance on current foreign policy approaches could significantly reshape US involvement in these conflicts. The outcome of these meetings will directly impact the US's influence and leadership on the world stage. No pressure, Mr. Vice President. This summit was a critical battleground for shaping global AI standards. Vance's participation allows the US to directly influence the development of these standards, pushing for a more permissive environment. But guess what? China is also vying for control. They have a very different vision for AI, one that prioritizes state control and surveillance. This sets the stage for a fragmented global landscape, where different regions adopt different AI standards and technologies. Imagine trying to use your iPhone in China or your WeChat in the US. A similar scenario could play out with AI, creating technological barriers and hindering global collaboration. This is a major long-term risk that we need to be aware of. Now, let's talk about the money. A hands-off approach to AI regulation in the US could be a magnet for investment. Think about it. Fewer rules, less red tape, more opportunities for rapid growth. This could lead to a massive influx of capital into US-based AI companies, potentially sucking funds away from Europe and other regions. This isn't just about bragging rights. It's about economic power. Increased investment in AI will also fuel growth in related sectors like cloud computing, data analytics, and robotics. But this boom could also create an uneven playing field, where smaller companies and startups struggle to compete with the giants. It's a classic case of the rich getting richer. Here's a scary thought. Looser AI regulations could create vulnerabilities for cyber attacks and data breaches. Think about it. If we're not careful, AI could be used to create incredibly sophisticated and difficult-to-detect cyber weapons. The debate over TikTok is a perfect example of the potential for AI-driven platforms to be used for espionage or propaganda. This isn't paranoia. It's a real and present danger. We need to be investing heavily in cybersecurity measures and focusing on AI ethics and responsible AI development. Otherwise, we're leaving ourselves wide open to attack. Are we really ready for an AI-powered cyber war? I'm not so sure. The AI summit underscores the three-way race for AI supremacy between the US, China, and Europe. Vance's visit and the US approach could intensify this competition, leading to a new kind of Cold War, a technological arms race. This isn't just about who has the best AI. It's about who controls the future. This competition could lead to increased investment in AI research and development by all three regions, which is great for innovation. But it could also lead to a more fragmented global technology landscape, with different regions adopting different AI standards and technologies. Imagine a world where your AI assistant only works in certain countries. That's the kind of future we could be facing. Let's get real. The widespread adoption of AI could lead to significant job displacement. It's not a question of if, but when. While AI will create new jobs, it's likely that many existing jobs will be automated. The U.S. approach to AI regulation could influence the pace and nature of this transition, potentially leading to greater job losses in some sectors but faster job creation in others. Governments need to invest in education and training programs to help workers adapt to the changing job market. We need to be proactive in preparing for the future of work, or we risk creating a massive underclass of unemployed workers. This is a social and economic ticking time bomb. A hands-off approach to AI regulation could exacerbate ethical and social concerns related to AI. Think about bias, discrimination, and privacy violations. If we don't have proper safeguards in place, AI could perpetuate and amplify existing inequalities. This could lead to public backlash against AI and calls for greater regulation. It's crucial to balance innovation with ethical considerations to ensure that AI is used for the benefit of society, not just for profit. We need to be asking ourselves, what kind of future do we want to create with AI? A fair and equitable one, or one where the rich get richer and the poor get left behind? AI has the potential to drive significant economic growth and productivity gains. The U.S. approach to AI regulation could influence how quickly and effectively AI is adopted across different sectors of the economy. This could lead to increased competitiveness for U.S. companies and a higher standard of living for Americans. But this growth needs to be inclusive. We need to ensure that the benefits of AI are shared by everyone, not just a select few. Otherwise, we risk creating a society where the gap between the rich and the poor widens even further. Is that the kind of progress we really want? Here's the most chilling thought. AI could be used to manipulate public opinion, spread disinformation, and undermine democratic institutions. The debate over TikTok highlights the potential for AI-driven platforms to be used for political interference. Governments need to develop policies and regulations to protect democracy and ensure that AI is used in a responsible and transparent manner. We need to be vigilant in guarding against the misuse of AI to erode trust in our institutions and manipulate our elections. The future of democracy may depend on it. Are we ready to defend it? Let's pivot to the potential risks highlighted by Vance's trip and the ongoing AI debate. First, technical risks. The AI supremacy race could lead to uneven development, prioritizing military applications over ethical considerations. Think rush deployments with security vulnerabilities, leaving us wide open to hacking and manipulation. Divergent standards could hinder collaboration and data sharing, creating technological silos. Then there's TikTok, a prime example of data security risks and algorithm manipulation. Are we truly prepared for the technical challenges this rapid AI advancement presents? Now, the business risks. Europe's concern about being too slow in AI development is a real fear. This could lead to a loss of market share and economic dependence on U.S. and Chinese AI technologies. Regulatory uncertainty, with the U.S. and Europe taking vastly different approaches, creates compliance headaches and could stifle innovation. Geopolitical tensions, especially between the U.S. and China, could result in trade restrictions and supply chain disruptions. And without adequate investment, we risk missing out on the economic benefits of AI and falling behind our competitors. It's a high-stakes game with potentially massive consequences. Finally, the ethical risks. The U.S.'s hands-off approach raises serious concerns about bias and discrimination, lack of transparency, and potential job displacement. The weaponization of AI is a chilling prospect, with autonomous weapons and AI-enhanced cyber warfare looming on the horizon. Data privacy is another major concern, with AI potentially used for mass surveillance and misuse of personal data. And perhaps most frightening, AI could be used to manipulate public opinion and erode trust in our democratic institutions. These ethical risks demand careful consideration and proactive mitigation. We're not just building technology, we're shaping the future of humanity. So, what's the takeaway from Vance's trip to Paris? This AI summit was a crucial moment in the global debate over the future of artificial intelligence. The clash between the US and Europe represents a fundamental difference in how we view the role of government in shaping technology. The risks are real, and the stakes are high. The choice is ours. Do we prioritize innovation at all costs, or do we prioritize safety, ethics, and human rights? Do we embrace a fragmented global landscape, or do we strive for collaboration and common standards? The answers to these questions will determine the future of AI and the future of our world. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the AI Tech channel.